This is logs from broadcasting on DeadFreq, a survivor's journal during the fall of everything. If you're new, check the broadcasts playlist too.
First full day of actually doing something in here. I've been at the station for a couple days now, mostly just exploring, drinking water, counting what I have. There's not much to this place. Main broadcast room, some smaller side rooms. One door won't open, looks rusted shut. I'll deal with it later. The microphone on the desk's been sitting there the whole time, wired into something deep in the wall. There's a switch next to it. No label, just a red light when it's on. I kept looking at it the past couple days. Today I finally flipped it, sat down and started talking.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I just got this old thing working again. I don't even know what it is, but I found it. So yeah, that's pretty nice. It's been, I don't even know how long. Long ago I went on vacation. I've been stuck here ever since it all started. I haven't seen another person in weeks, maybe more. If you're out there, you're just static, just something. I need something. I'll be trying again tomorrow. I mean, if nobody responds, I'm guessing I'm just documenting my slow descent into...
That was it. I switched it off again and just went about the rest of the day. Heated up one of the canned meals, walked the hallways again, no sounds, no visitors. It's quiet here. Later that night, I don't know what time exactly, maybe after midnight, I heard something. Not from inside, from the door. One knock or a thump, just once. Enough to make me sit up. I stayed still and listened. It didn't happen again. Probably an animal. Could have brushed up against the metal. Maybe leaned on it. I didn't go check. I don't think I want to open that door at night anyway. I'll check in the morning. That's all for today. Slept like crap. I kept waking up, thinking I'd hear that knock again from last night. Nothing came. Got up early. Not sure what time. The light was coming through the cracks in the back wall, so I figured it was morning. Walked the station again. Nothing new. I ended up in one of the far rooms. Hadn't paid much attention to it before. Found a sink. Still works. Pressure's not great, but it runs. Water's cold. Tasted a little metallic at first, but I let it run for a while. Seemed fine. There was a small drawer nearby. Inside, a can opener, an old fork, some kind of multi-tool. All worn but usable. That's when I checked my food supply. I'm almost out. Enough for maybe another day or two, but not more. So I figured today's the day. I was going to head back to the gas station Duncan and I checked when everything first started going sideways. Before I left, I turned the mic on again, just in case someone's still listening.
Last night, something hit the door. It was just one thump. Then nothing. I tried to convince myself that it was just an animal, even though I haven't seen any for the past week or so. It's quiet now.
Maybe a little too quiet.
Maybe a little too quiet. I didn't get to sleep. I kept waiting after my broadcast for something, anything really. I don't know if I'm losing it or if something or someone is out there. But if it is someone, I really hope that they are friendly towards me. Because later today I'm going.
Took the same road Duncan and I used. It felt even quieter than last time. No cars, no wind. Just my boots on gravel. The gas station was still there. Same layout, only this time No lights. Totally dark inside. The door was unlocked. Or maybe left open. I walked in slow. No sounds. No alarms. Found a flashlight near the counter. Battery was still good. Lucky. I used it to check the shelves. Grabbed anything sealed. Energy bars, soup cans, rice packs. Easy stuff. Stuff I can eat cold if I have to. I stood there for a minute, just staring at the counter. I didn't know if I should leave money or what. In the end, I just walked out. On the way back, something caught my eye near the tree line. A shadow, quick, tall. Could have been a deer, could have been a person. Stopped walking for a bit, just stood there. Whatever it was, it didn't come closer. I didn't chase it. I just got back to the station, locked the door, ate something, tried to settle in. I ended up thinking about Duncan again, wondering if he made it to his family, wondering if they were still there. I left a note for him, back at the cabin, told him which way I was heading. If he's okay, maybe he'll find it. I hope so. And that's it for today. Woke up early. Not that I really slept. Maybe an hour. 2 at most. I sent another broadcast before doing anything else. Just felt like I needed to say it. Out loud.
Just got back from the supply run. It went pretty smooth. Nothing really happened after what I've heard these last days. I was worried. Found some cans, even a lighter, almost felt normal. Duncan would have laughed at the brand I picked. I keep thinking I'll run into him somewhere. Anyway, on the way back, I felt like someone was watching me. Not close, not loud, just there. It was probably nothing, but I miss him.
I started digging around the station again. One of the drawers in the main desk was jammed shut, but I finally forced it open. Found a small multi-bit screwdriver, a half-used box of matches, some spare batteries, also an old map. Most of it's faded, but I think it marks nearby utility lines. Maybe where this place hooks into something bigger. Might be useful. Around noon, I moved one of the metal shelves and found a maintenance hatch. Behind it was a crawl space, tight, dusty, full of cobwebs. At the end of it, a generator. It's small, really old, but it's what's keeping the lights on. There's a fuel tank next to it, about half full, best I can tell. No gauges, no status screen, just a hum. At least now I know what's powering this place, and that I'm gonna have to find fuel eventually. Later in the day, I was walking past the front door when I noticed something through the cracks. A shape. Humanoid. It was far, maybe 30, 40 meters out. Just moving slowly across the ridge. I couldn't tell if it was a person or something else. They didn't come close, didn't stop. Just passed through the line of sight and vanished into the trees. About an hour after that, I heard footsteps. Not right outside, farther off. Maybe out in the brush beyond the clearing. Not fast, not heavy, just slow and even. And I couldn't tell if they were human, but they were real. I stood by the wall and listened until they faded out. Then everything was still again. I was reorganizing the tools I'd found when it hit. The explosion, loud, low, distant. The whole building shook for maybe 5 seconds. Lights flickered. I could feel it in the floor. The sound came next, like thunder, but heavier. Not close, but strong. I ran to the door, pulled it open. The sky looked normal. No smoke, no fire, just birds, a huge flock, lifting out of the trees in the distance, all flying in the same direction. Then, silence again. And whatever it was far away, but big enough to shake this place like it was made of paper. I closed the door and locked it, sat down at the console and just stared at the mic for a while. Didn't say anything, just sat there. I don't know what's going on out there, but something is definitely still happening, and I think it's getting closer. Woke up with a jolt. No noise, no dream. Just something in my body saying, "Get up now." I walked straight to the console, turned on the mic, and sent out another message before my brain could catch up.
So, I just woke up, which is why I sound a little tired today. I couldn't really sleep that well. Last night, before going to bed, I heard this explosion, I think. I went outside to check, but I couldn't really see anything. I did see like a flock of birds. The only scary part about it was that it was towards where Duncan went, where his family lives. So yeah, that's a little concerning. But yeah, I'll stay here for now. Figure out my next move, I guess. It seems like I have enough gas or fuel for the generator for now, so that's nice.
I made a list of things I could do. It felt easier that way, like keeping busy might keep the thoughts away. I took inventory again. 4 days of food left, 5 if I get creative. The water still runs. I'm not questioning it anymore. Found a small multi-tool in the desk, old, maybe used before. Slight rust near the hinge. I sharpened the dull knife on the concrete floor. It's not great, but better than it was. Cleaned off one of the side tables and set it up as a food prep spot. Moved all the canned stuff there, put the utensils nearby. It's not a kitchen, but it's something. That's when I noticed the monitor. It was on. Just a soft black screen. No mouse, no keyboard. Nothing to interact with, just a glow. Like it had always been on, and I somehow missed it. I moved closer, watched for a while. There was a faint flicker in the lower left corner, not a symbol, not a menu. Just something. Pulsing. It shouldn't be doing anything. But there it was. Later I heard a thump from the far room. Not loud, just a soft one, like something shifting. I stood in the hallway for a long time, staring at the door. Never checked. I told myself it was just air pressure. The building's settling. Around sunset, I went back to check the generator. Still running. The fuel tank looks lower than yesterday. Not by much, but enough to notice. I don't know how long it'll last. I wish I knew who built this place, or what it was used for. There's no paperwork, no markings, just rooms, equipment, a console. And now, a screen that glows, but says nothing. I left it alone. That's all I can do right now. That's it for today. I didn't sleep much. Again. I don't think it's insomnia anymore. It's just something in my chest that won't switch off. I got up early, did the usual, checked the door, tapped the generator, counted what's left. Water's still running. That feels like a miracle. Monitor's still glowing, like always. No words, no change, just that soft hum. I made warm water and mixed in one of the last instant coffee packs. It tasted like metal. I sat near the narrow viewing slit at the back corner of the room. It's angled toward the tree line and part of the hill that crests just before the road dips out of view. I've been staring at the same empty patch of woods for 10, maybe 15 minutes. And then something was just there. A person, standing close to one of the trees, partially obscured by a crooked birch. They weren't moving much. Just leaned in, real close. At first I thought they were hugging the trunk. But no, their head was moving. Slow, repetitive, side to side. Then I realized they were licking it. The bark, over and over. Not fast, not frenzied. Like they were cleaning it? Their posture was slack. One arm dangled completely limp. Their neck rolled a little too far when they moved. They didn't seem hurt, just wrong. That's when another figure burst into frame. From the tree line, running. They almost collided with the one by the tree, but skidded to a halt. I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. Couldn't see the face, but they froze. And the first one stopped moving too. They didn't face each other. They just paused. It was like time glitched. No one spoke. The person who had been licking the tree stayed, turned slightly away, just standing there. The runner stepped back. Foot caught a root, fell hard. That's when the first one turned. Slowly, like they weren't sure how. They stared at the figure on the ground for what felt like a full minute. I wanted to yell, I almost did. And then it lunged, not a sprint, more like a crooked stumble forward, then a second lurch, limbs jerking out of sync. It didn't look like instinct. It looked like memory. Like it remembered this is what it was supposed to do. The second figure tried to scramble back, but it was already too close. It landed on them hard. The sound it made wasn't like a scream or a growl. It was like teeth grinding against something solid. I bolted, flinging the station door open. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I thought I could help. Maybe I just reacted. I only got a few steps out before it noticed me. The thing turned its head. No twitch, no growl, just attention. It rose from the body and started walking, directly at me. Limbs swinging unevenly, one shoulder too low. Its eyes fixed, but distant. It didn't run, but it didn't stop either. I backed up, then ran, slammed the station door shut behind me, locked it. I was breathing too loud. Everything sounded like it echoed. Then, thud. Not a knock, not a hit, just a head against the metal. A second thud, softer. It was pressing against the door, like it was trying to remember what doors were. The steel groaned, but didn't budge. Then, silence. I crept to the side slit. It was walking away, back up the hill, toward the figure it had attacked. It sat next to the body, bent forward, and began eating. Methodical. No urgency. No bloodlust. Like it had decided. This is what you do when something stops moving. I don't know how long I watched. Then I turned to the console.
Oh shit. I don't even know. I just spotted someone, I don't know. It was licking the tree. Like, I was so confused at first. It was just there. Then someone came by. I don't know. Then they got in a scuffle or something. Then I wanted to help. I wanted to check what's happening, right? And then it's just full on run towards me. I don't know if I can call it a run, but it went towards me and smashed its head against the door, and then it was eating the other person. It was so crazy. Holy.
I didn't sit down after that. I started pulling things together, dragged a metal shelving unit to the door and braced it tight. Found a mop handle, split the end, and forced a sharp piece of scrap into it. Duct taped the whole thing until it held. It looked stupid, but I'm keeping it next to me tonight. I've got a bucket on my head. I'm sleeping with my back to the wall, and I've propped the doors shut with a fire extinguisher. I still don't know what I saw, but I know what I felt. That's it for today.